AI-generated nude photographs need no introduction. If you haven't seen the advertisements for AI nude generators, you've seen the headlines in which people were arrested for misusing them. Last year, I tried making some so that you don't have to. Here are the answers to some of the most common questions I receive about AI nudes and the technology that generates them. But first, a quick disclaimer. The experiment I'm about to discuss was conducted in early 2025, before any new laws regarding AI-generated adult content had been ratified in my area. This experiment may or may not be legal to replicate now, depending on the laws in your jurisdiction. First question, does it take your money? Are AI nude generators just like those scam websites that purport to sell you something but never actually provide what you've paid for? Well, the one I used did attempt to provide the service it was offering, but it did not offer any refunds if the results were unsatisfactory. So we've established that it doesn't completely swindle you, but does it really work? Does it actually do what it says it does? Turn a picture of someone with clothes on into a picture of that same person naked. Gentlemen, I want you to think back to the first time you saw a friend in a state of undress. How did you feel? Did your face feel flushed? Did your palms feel sweaty? Did you tremble? Was your heart racing? Were you excited and nervous at the same time? That is how I felt when I saw the first image this AI generated. That is how convincing its output was. Okay, so it really works, and it works astoundingly well. How then can we tell when a nude is AI generated? The best way to tell is to compare the photograph in question to the photographs of her that you know to be legitimate. The first area you'll want to compare is her chest region. Does her chest appear significantly larger or perkier in the possible AI photograph? I've noticed that the AI often gives petite women larger chests than they actually have, and eliminates sagging even when sagging is present. Do either of her areola have more than one nipple on them? Does any part of her chest appear semi-translucent? Body parts are fully opaque in real life, not see-through in the slightest. Next, you'll want to look at the other body parts. Does the subject appear to have the correct number of arms and legs in the possible AI photograph? Does any part of her body appear conjoined to someone or something else? Do any parts of her body appear distorted or stretched? Is the contour of her body smooth or is it jagged? Finally, examine everything except her body. Do any male subjects appear to have female breasts or genitals? Do any body parts appear that are not connected to a body? These are all examples of common hallucinations the AI may incorporate into its output. Perhaps the funniest one was when it turned a basketball into what appeared to be a disembodied female breast. Insert joke about shirts versus skins here.
Hey, WNBA, I got an idea that'll sell some tickets. Shirts and skins.
Oh dear God, no, not that one. Not that one, please. So now we know how to detect an AI nude, but how can we prevent our own images from being turned into nudes using AI? Well, if we look at the AI's own instructions, it'll tell us that it works best when the person wears a minimal amount of clothing. But I found that the results can be quite satisfactory even when the subject is fully clothed. Here's what else the instructions tell us. The photographs we process with it should have one person in the center of the photograph facing the camera. Those are the attributes that really affect the outcome, so you should try to follow as few of those instructions as possible when posing for a photograph. Pose with a friend, make sure you're both off-center, and make sure your bodies are not facing the camera directly. I recommend facing your bodies perpendicular to one another. If your friend is on your left, face slightly left, and have them face slightly right. Posing with a male friend is more effective than posing with a female friend. The AI often assumes that male subjects are actually female and assigns private parts accordingly. I'm thinking of a line from Step Brothers right now, that's why I'm smiling. This isn't actually funny, this is quite serious. Another way to prevent guys from looking at you naked using AI is to offer them a chance to see the real thing. From a guy's perspective, I would not use AI to look at someone like that unless I really wanted to see the real thing and I felt I didn't have a non-violative way to do so. As of this taping, there are other risks involved in this approach, but if you've considered those risks and you're still thinking of doing it anyway, go for it. We've covered the efficacy of AI nude generators and how to thwart them, so where can you try one for yourself? Unfortunately, the AI nude generator I used no longer works. Sometime after I completed the initial experiment, they changed the way they process payments, and their new payment system doesn't seem to work with either of my credit cards. Additionally, there may be a legal barrier to using generators like this as well. While most jurisdictions only arrest people who use AI nudes for blackmail or harassment, others may eventually criminalize the generation of AI nudes, thus rendering everything I did during this experiment illegal. Even though studies show that erotic images are a healthy outlet for sexual fantasies, one that has actually lowered the incidence of violent sexual offenses in areas where it's easily accessible, media coverage has demonized AI nudes as essentially being the root of all evil, causing ire and in turn legislation targeting websites like this one. So I can't show you how to do this yourself, but is there a way you can see the images I generated during this experiment? As of this taping, not yet. YouTube's community guidelines prohibit the display of naked buttocks, genitalia, and in most cases, female nipples. That said, at some point in the future, as my channel attains more subscribers and my videos attain more views, I may consider branching out to a more open-minded platform whose content policies are more permissive than YouTube's. And depending on who you are, you may be thinking, Pingrobb, you just admitted to using AI to generate nude images. Should I assume that you're some kind of pervert? Well, if I said no, would you listen? In my experience, people will think whatever they want to about me, regardless of what I tell them. Even when I was acting in good faith, when my heart was in the right place and I had the right reasons in mind, they'll condemn me. Heck, I lost a friend of multiple years because she heard a rumor about me. And even though there was sufficient evidence to disprove the rumor, she still believed it. Even the most educated people are perfectly capable of making really stupid mistakes.